Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel. How to get rich during recession. Make sure to watch the full video. How to get rich during recession. More times than you can count during the past year, you have probably heard that a recession is imminent. Are you still questioning if it's true? A recession, according to the National Bureau of Economic Research, NBER, is a large fall in economic activity that is spread out across the economy and that lasts longer than a few months. Consumer expenditure and employment are just two of the variables the NBER evaluates. The gross domestic product, GDP, of the United States fell for 2 consecutive quarters in the first half of 2022. However, the third saw a gain of 2.6% annually. At 8.2%, inflation is at its highest level in 40 years and is still rising. Unfortunately, a growing number of analysts are predicting a recession as a result of these signals. If you're reading this, you've probably already experienced a few recessions, despite how frightening it may sound. The Great Recession, one of the greatest financial crises since the Great Depression, which lasted from 2007 to 2009, is perhaps the first thing that comes to mind. You also just experienced the shortest recession in American history, which lasted from February to April 2020, when the coronavirus spread across the globe and caused the global economy to collapse. Even though they are difficult, recessions are a typical part of the business cycle. If you know how to prepare yourself, you may at the very least utilize them to maintain your financial stability, and, at the very most, use them to take advantage of rare possibilities to amass money. The wealthiest Americans suffered the greatest financial losses during the fall 2008 economic collapse. According to a recent report by economists Emmanuel Sees and Thomas Piketty, PPF, between the time the Great Recession began in late 2007 and when it ended formally in 2009, the income of the richest 1% of Americans fell by 36.3%. 49% of the billions of dollars in wealth that disappeared like so much Lehman Brothers stock were collectively lost by the top 1%. However, keep in mind that the U.S. is currently experiencing its 6th longest economic expansion in history, lasting 51 months and counting, and that the majority of the benefits are trickling up to the wealthy before you start sending your favorite hedge fund manager a sympathy card. According to Say's, the income of the top 1%, those making at least $394,000 annually, increased 31.4% between 2009 and 2012. And because the income of the bottom 99% of earners only increased by a meager 0.4% over that time, the top 1% ended up owning 95% of the increase in wealth in America throughout the economic recovery. What can you do, then, to get ready? I talked to several finance professionals with knowledge of this field to get an answer to this topic, including Adia Blair, a multi-millionaire real estate investor who began her career during the Great Recession, Mark Russell, a former financial advisor and inventor of the financial literacy website Better Wallet, and Chloe Daniels, founder of Chloe Bear Money Coach. Here's what to do if you want to weather a recession with more financial stability. 4. Review your spending and make more savings. Examine your spending patterns carefully and make a plan to improve your savings as a first step. Establishing an emergency fund will equip you to deal with future costs that aren't currently covered by your monthly budget, such as unforeseen expenses brought on by a cash shortfall, a layoff, or other unforeseen circumstances like a spike in food or petrol prices. You may prepare for probable financial troubles by having a 6-month emergency fund. People who have access to cash are also better positioned to take advantage of investment possibilities during recessions, which can greatly boost their long-term financial situation. Pro tip: having a second income source that is separate from your day job can help you be extra prepared. You will have something to fall back on in the event that your principal source of income is reduced or lost if you decide to take on a side job, launch a side business, or sell used goods, such as books, clothes, or jewelry, through secondhand shops. 3. Put money into items that appreciate in value over time. The long-term benefits of investing more in assets, such as stocks or real estate, will become apparent as your cash reserves grow. Having a 10-year view while investing is crucial. In a downturn, you can access more assets for a lower price. Stock market declines are frequent, and this presents an opportunity to invest or buy shares of reputable companies at a discount. A securities index made up of 500 of the biggest publicly traded U.S. companies, the S&P 500 index, saw a decline of more than 20% between January and mid-October 2022. A 20% price drop may be seen as a loss by a short-term investor, but a long-term investor may see it as an opportunity to increase wealth. The market has historically returned close to 10% yearly on average since 1957, the year the S&P 500 was established. The market will rise, and there will inevitably be downturns. However, the market is discounted in times like these because you're purchasing the stocks at a lower cost basis. Mark Russell told me that this is a fantastic opportunity to think about investing more in reputable companies with a long-term strategy. Despite the fact that overall home prices have increased significantly over the last 2 years, the real estate market has slowed down since the beginning of the year. People's access to cash and credit will decrease if a recession occurs. As a result, we'll start to see more real estate transactions, including more short sales and even foreclosures. Atia Blair started investing in real estate in the midst of the 2007 recession, and she recently revealed that through long-term real estate investing, she has since become a multimillionaire. She emphasized the value of making long-term real estate investments. I purchased my first rental property at the age of 23 in 2007. After moving out, I rented it out where I had lived. Since selling real estate removes the ability to build wealth, I kept the property throughout the recession. Thus, purchasing rental real estate will increase your cash flow during a recession and give you the chance to accumulate wealth through long-term property appreciation, according to Blair. A helpful hint is to keep in mind that investing is a long-term financial strategy. Therefore, try not to let the market's brief fluctuations discourage you. During difficult economic times, dollar cost averaging or investing in the stock market gradually rather than all at once is very beneficial. Continued use of dollar cost averaging, which enables you to keep investing money and put things on autopilot so that you're not constantly worried about what the market is doing, is crucial during a recession. You're less likely to constantly check your accounts and watch the up and down movements of the markets if you can stick to a plan and automate your investments, Chloe Daniels advised. 2. Ensure investment diversification. It would be risky to invest all of your capital in a stock after noticing that its price had dropped. The best place to start when it comes to the stock market for beginners is probably with an index fund, which is a mutual or exchange-traded fund that follows a market index like the S&P 500 or Total Stock Market Index. Index funds offer passive management and diversification, two features that the majority of investors look for in a portfolio. Because active management of your portfolio will result in higher fees that will reduce your returns. Russell said, "By choosing specific stocks, can you diversify in your investments? Of course, but it would be a more difficult exercise and cost more money." The experts I spoke with advise investing in an S&P 500 index fund for a few $100s at low-cost brokerage houses like Fidelity, Vanguard, M1 Finance, and others. Purchasing low-cost, well-diversified index funds, according to Daniels, is equivalent to placing a wager on the entire market as opposed to trying to identify a single winner. The stock market and real estate assets gain value over time. As a general rule, you will be in a better position to develop long-term wealth if you start investing as soon as possible. 1. Utilize tax advantages. You can take advantage of a wide range of tax benefits when you invest in assets. For this purpose, people have been using the stock market and real estate for ages. For instance, tax advantages are offered by some retirement accounts, such as the 401, 403B, and 457. Contributions to these accounts are subtracted from your income in order to determine how much tax you should owe. Your investments will increase tax-free up until retirement in other accounts, such as a Roth IRA and Roth 401k. Additionally, there are tax breaks available for owning real estate, as well as a 1031 exchange option that allows you to postpone paying taxes on real estate profits while still accumulating wealth. On your path to financial security, it is crucial to take advantage of these advantages. Our biggest outgoings are taxes. So why wouldn't we reduce our tax obligations if we can do so legally? Because they believe that investing in retirement accounts will lock their money away until retirement. Many people are reluctant to do so. However, there are so many legal workarounds for that you do not need to worry about that at this time, according to Daniels. Instead, concentrate on investing as much cash as you can. The least amount of money you will ever make is probably being made while you are still in your early working years. If you can, invest in Roth accounts to get tax-free growth for the rest of your life, while paying less in taxes today. Use tax-advantaged accounts and tax deductions to lower your overall tax obligation and increase your wealth. Examining your finances carefully, increasing your income and cash reserves, and making gradual and regular investments will help you get ready for the next recession. If you follow through with this, you might find yourself in a much better financial situation. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go.